other side of the pillow, bro. You know what? I gotta share this. Hold this, man. You ain't doing nothing. Hold that. Check it out. You wanna see how smooth this dude is? Everybody, check out this man's socks. Oh, that's when you know you dress. That's when you know you dress. Once again, everybody, put your hands together for Larry.
So, my name is Larry. I'm the proud father of this beautiful bride. And I'll tell you, I probably get more mileage when I say I'm Jamie's dad than when I say I'm Larry Cables. I'm very proud of my daughter. I want to recognize some people in the room. Jamie's mom, Linda. Jamie's other mom, my wife, Mika. Matt's mom, Janelle. And Matt's dad, Dave. And I'd also like to recognize the grandparents, Jamie's grandparents that are here in attendance today. Jamie's grandma, Mary. My mom, grandma, Elsie. Mika's parents, George and Mary, very special people in their lives. You know, I knew Joe was doing the ceremony today, and the setting here is just phenomenal, and I didn't know how he was going to pull it off. Joe's pretty tough as far as you don't see him lose his composure often, and he did a phenomenal job, but I saw him crack a little. And I don't see that much, and son, I loved seeing that. It was from the heart, and that really was super special to me. To see my daughter-in-law, Sarah, and my two grandsons also partake in this ceremony was just... She bet me $100 that I wouldn't make it out of the gate, and that was the dumbest bet I ever made in my life. So as I was moving on, it was special, really special for me to see my kids up there, Joe performing the ceremony, and my grandkids, and how they were picking up the petals and the flowers and whatnot. But I met Matt a little over 3 years ago.
How do you feel about that your son marries your daughter, though?
Special, very special. I met Matt a little over 3 years ago, and when they started dating, you know, it was like any other guy that she had ever started dating. I mean, jury was out. I was, you know, wasn't like, he didn't have a shirt off when I first met him, so it wasn't like I was sold right off the bat. But you know, I knew there was something very different right off the bat with Matt. Jamie's been joining my wife Mika and I on vacations ever since she was 16, 17 years old. We go down south to Del Mar every year. Usually it was the girls that joined us, and this year Jamie did something different. She asked if she could invite Matt to join us on vacation. And I was a little disappointed because I wanted the girls, but I thought this is a good opportunity to get to know this guy, you know. I mean, we haven't really spent a lot of time with him, and so he came down and joined us, and along with Joe and Sarah, and Caleb was just a baby at that time. And you could tell Matt came from a different world than he was involved in this weekend, because when we tried to hand him Caleb to hold, it was like handing him a live grenade. He was white as a ghost, and you could tell he'd not been around babies, children, let alone babies. You know, after the weekend, they were with us for, I believe, 4 days, 3 or 4 days, and Mika asked me afterwards. She said, "What'd you think? You know, what'd you think about him?" And I said, "Well, I actually thought he was great." I said, "You know, he loves the Giants. He loves to play golf. He likes fantasy football. I said, I really think he's perfect. And I said, I think he's okay for Jamie too. So we were Matt lovers from the beginning. We saw something very different. Over the years, we've developed, Matt and I, a very good relationship, and we play golf from time to time. And we were this one particular day, we were playing golf at Empire Ranch in Folsom with Josh Waxman here and his father-in-law Jim, who's sitting right over there. And we were playing a match, you know, friendly competition, no money involved, just a gentleman's game. But I'm very competitive, and we were playing for skins. And if you don't know what that is in golf, it's basically like a point. And we got to the 18th hole, and Josh, Jim, myself, we got over the water. It's a par 3 over some water. We got over safely, landed on or around the green, and Matt, who'd been playing well all day long, stepped up to tee off, and I'm thinking, all right, you know, we got a chance to. They were beating us by 1 skin at the time, as I remember, and he chunks the worst shot of the day into the water. Then his second shot was no better, and he blew up the 18th hole. So he drives me back to my car, and in the golf cart, as I get out of the cart, I'm taking off my golf shoes and I'm looking at the ground as I'm doing that, and he says to me, he says, Larry, what do you think about me asking your daughter to marry me? And I continued to look at the ground, and I'm thinking to myself, are you freaking kidding me? You just blew up the 18th hole process the match, and you're asking to marry my daughter. Really what I was thinking was I got up and I looked at Matt and I said, I would be proud to have you as my son-in-law, and I am. So, you know, you saw my grandsons come up the aisle, and I had a 3rd grandson, Joe and Sarah, last month, so an infant, and Matt has come a long way. To see him interact with those boys, they absolutely love and adore their Uncle Matt, and the way he throws them around, tosses them around, and holds that baby, you'd think he was a natural, and I believe he is. And you know, you're a terrific role model, and you're going to be a great father one day. And I only hope you're as lucky as me, and that you have a daughter. No, it's not $100 every time. My daughter's amazing, and you've heard that over and over. And those of you in this room that have a daughter, you know what a special relationship that is. And I feel like the luckiest guy around to have that relationship with Jamie. We're very close, and for that I'm so thankful. You know, I've heard from others that daughters can be tough, and really, and I honestly say this, I've never had that experience. She's always been so easy, and she's never given me any grief. I never had to say, no, you can't have those body piercings or funny tattoos. Or I think the only thing I really ever had to tell her no is she wanted to go to a prom one year, and she wanted to borrow a dress that was backless and showed just a little too much skin for my taste. And so I preferred this gunny sack that I had prepared for her. But she wasn't real pleased with my decision, but it was one of those things. She just was a very easy kid. She did actually, I had to give her a swat on the rear one time. That's because she made her big brother cry. She texted me some pictures, and you're seeing them scroll, a lot of them along the monitor over here. About 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, when she was preparing for this, and I was at work, and she texted these photos, and I'll tell you, it was as I started to look at these pictures of her as a child, and I had texted her back and told her, you know, how much it just made my day. It just put a smile on my face, and it choked me up, and And you know, there's so many fond memories of her as a child and this band of sisters here that she has, these friends for life. And there's such special young ladies, and I'm glad to have you all in my life as well. And I know what great friends you are to Jamie. I've gotten to meet Matt, his bridal party, and I got to know them on the golf course a little bit, and they're great folks. And I've known Josh and Nate and Matt's brother Josh also, but Chewy and Mike here I had not gotten to know, and I have gotten to know them much better now. They're great folks. You can tell a lot about a person by the company they keep, and so that's a testimony to you guys. You know, you guys have heard all the great things that have been said about my daughter. The fact that she's got the heart of gold, and she's sensitive, she's caring, she's I can't tell. She's got so many tremendous attributes, and the one that I love them all, but the one that I love the most is her sense of humor. She's funny, she can make me laugh. She's made me laugh. Look at some of these pictures. She's made me laugh since she was a little girl, and she continues to do that. When I'm having a bad day, you know, something maybe not going right in my world, Mika will say, you need to call baby girl. And I do, and you know, by the end of the phone call, I hang up the phone, I haven't a clue why I was having a bad day. She has that ability to just spin my day, my life around in a lot of ways, so that's a special person you are. My wife, Mika,